safe, it ain't safe, it ain't safe, it ain't safe.
I wanna fold clothes for you. I wanna make you feel good. Baby, I wanna do the right thing.
Hey y'all, it's producer, and I just had to give y'all a little no limit for y'all. Some G-Eazy, some Cardi B, some ASAP Rocky, because Harlem, I mean, y'all can say Harlem was never safe, but like the Jamaicans, they are wild, okay? And apparently ICE is going wild on the Jamaicans too, and police can't do much, and you know, it's just, it ain't safe. But anyway, yeah, welcome back to my channel. I actually don't say that. But anyway, it is episode 8 of season 2 of Luke Cage. So let's just unpack it since we already started. So yeah, it starts off with Shades, and he's reminiscing over, like, I guess the good times of when he killed his best friend. Like, I don't know. I think he's burning all the evidence and stuff, and I'm just sitting here like, what? You made it look like that you had to kill him. You really technically didn't have to kill him, but okay. And then we cut to Mariah, Tilda, and all of them in the precinct, and they're all shooken up about everything, they're trying to find out what the tea is. And then we cut to, what's it called? Shades, and he confronts Comanche's mom. And he tells her everything, and she's upset about the gang life, and she's like, you know more than what you let on. I don't like that. Please tell me about my baby. And then he tries to give her money to support her because, like, that's what she would have wanted. She's like, don't use that name. His name is Darius. Like, that was some great acting from her. We always see her for, like, one episode, and I feel so bad. And then so we go back to the precinct because there's so many things happening in the precinct. First of all, Missy get a promotion because everyone else is gone, and, you know, Ridenhour is dead. She's the highest ranking detective, so she is in charge, and everyone's trying to figure out what happened. Who is Comanche? And then something that's really weird, she's like, didn't you say that name while we had coffee? And I'm here like, wait a second. You said that name. You knew Comanche was relevant in season 1? Hold on. Okay. Hold up. And he was like, yeah, he was at Seagate with Shades. All right then. And all this stuff is happening. Like, they're trying to figure out, like, Mariah. She's like, oh, I'm innocent. I'm not the victim. All this type of stuff. And Missy thought that Luke was protecting her. It was just a lot. And then once we leave the precinct, we go to Harlem's Paradise. And then Bushmaster is just living it up with Anansi. And then he gets upset because this one Jamaican, this one styler pops up and gives him the news that Mariah is alive. She's been seen at the precinct. He said, how? He said, Luke Cage. And he freaking, like, breaks the chair in half, but, like, he sort of gets hurt, which is, like, indication that his nightshade, I think that's what it's called, is wearing off. But he was so upset. I mean, understandable, because, like, you really thought that Luke Cage was paralyzed and drowned, and Homegirl was freaking, what's another word for immolation? Cindered? No, because cindered is, like, a bunch of ashes, was set into an inferno, okay? Because I can't say inferniate. Incinerate? Oh, wait, I already said incinerate, didn't I? Whatever. I'm thinking too much. So, yeah. And then, so Mariah's at the end. Mariah is running around here, and she's asking for her lawyer. And then, so her lawyer comes in. Oh, yeah, we go back to the precinct, by the way. Mariah gets interrogations because they're all trying to figure out information. And Mariah's trying to figure out, and Missy's trying to figure out as much information from Mariah, but that didn't work. So, because the lawyer pops in, he's like, my client has spoken enough and you've asked enough questions. But then he gets a call and then he leaves. And then more things happen with them. She's like, come on, just tell me. She's like, no, I will not tell you anything. And then he comes back and he's like, well, I gotta go. I no longer represent this. And I cackled. So yeah, I got that whole thing mixed up because that happened to Shades. What happened was her lawyer escorted her out, and then on the way out, Missy was like, oh, go ahead and I want to interrogate the fawn, you know. And she's like, the fawn? Go ahead to little fawn. She's like, why is he a fawn? He's like, oh, that's because I heard that cougars prey on fawns. And I hollered. I was like, no, she didn't. And then Missy does like, her little envisioning stuff. How she tries to piece everything together. And then she realizes that Comanche shot out of anger and at a high point. So it literally could not have happened. Captain couldn't have shot him. And then while this is happening, then the lawyer's like, I no longer represent this client because, they ain't got no money. So he ain't getting paid. And then Bushmaster, we go back to the Harlem's Paradise and he's upset about the information. So he was like, I want a bounty on Mariah Stokes and her family and Luke Cage and anyone that he cares about. And then all the settlers leave. And then after that, Mariah, once they try to leave the precinct, she and her family almost get shot up. It was wild. Right outside the precinct. Luke Cage takes care of them. But like I said, it ain't safe. It ain't safe. It ain't safe. You do it right about the precinct. Y'all wild. And then so Shades, because they left Shades. Shades is still in the precinct. And so she's asking him, why do you still stick with Mariah? Just give me some information so I can help you. And he sort of does help out, but he's like, I'm not going to say that much. And she spreads out information about Comanche. Oh, that's another thing too. This is also in the last interrogation. That's when Mariah finds out about Ridenour and he's dead, and she gets shocked, but she doesn't get as shocked as I thought she would. So I wonder what that was about. But yeah, so Comanche, he sees pictures. Shade sees pictures of Comanche, and he like swipes them across. I guess it shows how cold heart he is because he moved on. And then we cut to Mariah, and she's escorted by Sugar into her charred up chateau. Ooh, see how they charred up chateau? And she is just in tears, because everything is just gone. And she's, what's it called? And Sugar offers her to get her wife's clothes because, she has nothing. And then Shades walks up in there and she's like, how dare you leave me? You left me out of information and you just left me at the station. And he's like, well, I think you was a rat. He's like, you think I'm the rat? And then, honestly, I shouldn't make it sound like it's like ugly back and forth banter, but this really was some good acting right here. But then, of course, after they had their fight, like, they kiss afterwards. I don't know. I want to say it looks fake, but I guess they do like each other, or maybe it's love at this point, because they were dating each other. They were obviously dating each other before episode 1 of season 2, so maybe they do. And then, so what's it called? The police, they go up to Harlem's Paradise, and they try to get a warrant to figure out information, but sadly, even though they think Bushmaster and friends, they're not, even though they have like, oh, you're related to the burning of Mariah's house, the burning of the brownstone, not the burnstone, but they have no evidence. So the warrant really doesn't do anything. And then we cut to Tilda and Mariah, and they're just talking at her house, trying to figure out what can, at her not restaurant, at her business, like, oh, how can things go better? How can things go? No. Tilda is talking to Luke Cage about as much information as she knows. Oh, no, that's still at the station. What's Tilda? Yeah, Tilda talk was at the freaking, god dang it, I was right the first time. Tilda was talking to her mom about everything. God dang it. And then, what's his face? Because, like, it's Bushmaster, after he breaks that chair, he's like, oh, he feels weak. So he's like, I need more of that stuff. But he doesn't really have any of the stuff because he doesn't want to go back to Tilda's shop anymore since she's a Stokes. And so he tries to make a synthetic version of it, and Nasi warns him of it. So then we see this ominous scene where Nasi leaves out and then Shades is just stalking there. And I'm like, okay, Nasi about to die. But he doesn't, which is very interesting. And then, so Luke is at church with his father, helping him out, and he watches a sermon go on, and then he gets shot up. Why are we shooting up churches? Why are we shooting up churches? It ain't safe, it ain't safe, it ain't safe, it ain't safe. And then, you know, Luke beats everyone up as usual, and so does the Reverend. I was like, okay, that's some holy punches you got there. Like, no one shoots my baby. You know, I was like, you really felt that way? And then Tilda's shot gets shot up as well. The police try and protect them. Well, I shouldn't say try, but they did get protected. Luke comes in, and then they're like, okay, this is it's too wild in here. We're gonna need some backup. She's like, you still got Danny's number? And it leads off with that. I mean, and it ends off with that. So yeah, this episode, I thought it was gonna be like a cool down episode, and that's what it was at first, but things just keep escalating. So yeah, I don't know how this is gonna end. But anyway, thank y'all so much for watching. Y'all tell me what y'all think about this. We're close to the end. This we're about to do 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. 5 more episodes until the end. I'm really curious to see how it will end. But yeah, thank y'all so much for watching, and I will see y'all whenever.
You ain't talking money, it's something I don't care about. Black and money minded, they call me a low, let me out. Beyond cloud, I put a rest to the naysayer. I only know getting money, my only attack is